topic, but still related to our previous discussion. Yeah, but how to understand a text and then how to develop a coherent paragraph or a good paragraph. Now, what we are going to discuss is summarizing. Yeah, this is what you are going to have for your mid-test letter, and yeah, I think you need to focus or to have the skill of how to make a good summary. And then after this or after the lecture, so I think you have to watch the video in the Schoology and also learn the example how to make a summary also in the Schoology. I have already uploaded the material about the example of summarizing, how to summarize an article into a paragraph. Yeah. And then after this, after learning how to make a summary, you apply it into your group discussion later. In the group discussion, you have to make a summary based on the article that is already uploaded also in the Schoology. Yeah, I think it's also the same for all the groups here. Yeah, all you have to do is to write only one summary, maybe just consists of one paragraph. So you have to distribute the task to the member of the groups, right? Whether based on the process or based on the parts of the article itself. Yeah, it's up to you. But of course, then you need to know how to do how to make a process first, how to make a summary, yeah, after attending the lecture and also watching the video and learning the examples. And by the end of this class, as usual, you got an individual exercise. It will take around maybe 30 minutes. Yeah, it's not, I think it's too many. It's not many like what you have in the last week, perhaps, right? So what you have to do is to arrange the jumble sentences into a coherent paragraph. Yeah, I got two groups of sentences that you need to rearrange in a correct order, of course. And what you have to write is only the letters, of course, right? As you usually did in the previous one. Yeah, and uh, the most important thing is that uh, don't uh, don't do the individual exercise in the last minute because it will be risky. Yeah? The process of submission take a few. What is it then? Take a certain time. Sometimes maybe it cannot submit it on time, perhaps. So you have to submit it before the due time. Ya. Jadi jangan apa last minute itu jangan pas mentok gitu ya, pas jam terakhir. Ingat ya, itunya apa uh, batas waktu penyerahan atau pengerjaannya itu jam 11.59 gitu ya, sebelum jam 12. Ya, jadi Anda harus kerjakan before the time itself. Okay, I think we'd start with the first activity. This is the lecture about summarizing itself. Let me show you the slide about summarizing. Okay, we got this one. Can you see the slide now?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Uh, Summarizing comes from summary. Maybe it's related to summary. Summary is the product of summarizing itself. You know that summary is a short version of a text, right? And then summarizing is the activity to make a summary or the short version of a text itself. Uh, there are some rules in making a good summary. Yeah. So you have to know that making a summary is not only copy paste of the original text into your own writing, but we have to follow some rules. So let me show you
The
the
topic of
rules
our
itself, right? The first is, of course, that you have to understand the content of the article itself. Yeah, to understand the article, yeah, meaning you can correctly interpret the original one. Yeah, don't misinterpret the original one. Yeah, if you really understand, yeah, we have already learned, yeah, how to understand the text by finding the main idea, yeah, the general ideas of the text itself. Yeah, make sure that you really understand the text by finding the main idea and link the main idea of one main idea to another main idea. And then another thing that you have to consider, or this is the second rule, you have to mention the original source. Yeah. Uh, yeah, of course, then the purpose is to avoid plagiarism. So you have to tell that is not your own idea, that is others' idea. Okay, that's why you need to mention the original source. The source itself can be the name of or the title of the book, or the title of a book, or the title of an article. Yeah, and then followed by the writer, yeah, of the book itself or the article itself. Yeah. That is the second rule that you have to pay attention. And then another one, in writing a good summary, you also write only the main point or the main idea, yeah, the main points, without any details like examples. So you don't need to include examples into your summary, because what you need is only the general ideas or the main idea or the main point. Yeah. And then the fourth is, as I said, you do not copy paste from the original one. So you have to restate with your own words. Ya, Anda tuliskan kembali tetapi dengan kata-kata Anda sendiri, ya. Meaning that you need to paraphrase the sentence, yeah, or the words that you got from the article itself. That is the fourth rule. And the last one, you are not expected to give any comments in your summary. Yeah, don't give any opinion that you agree or disagree to the author's idea. For example, don't give any assessment, yeah, like it is good or bad. Yeah, it is not allowed in making a summary. Remember that this is only making a summary for the mid test, right? But in the final test, when uh, the material is combined with the analysis or the response, yeah, so we call it as the summary response or summary analysis. Of course, then you have to give your opinion, yeah, to give comments that you have to elaborate in the rest of uh, the text or your writing itself. Okay, let me explain it one by one. Yeah, and the first, you need to correctly interpret the original is quite clear, I think, when we have already learned how to find the main idea of each paragraph. Yeah, in mentioning the original source, uh, uh, we have a formula. Yeah, how to mention the source. First of all, maybe you need to mention or to write the source itself. As I said that, it can be the title of a tag, of an article, or the title of a book, and then followed with the name of author. And you need to add a reporting verbs, what the author says about or in the article or in the book itself. Yeah, the word reporting verbs like says, for example, or states. Yeah, let me show you the example. In his article uh, entitled "The Dangers of Cramming," that is the source. You can write the source like this one. In his or in her article, for example, entitled, or in her book entitled something, for example, Kita Blow inform us. This is what we call as the reporting verbs. Ya, kata yang apa ya, yang mempunyai makna menyatakan gitu ya. That is the reporting verbs. Yeah, after the writer, yeah, or the author. The reporting verb can be something else like so as, yeah, or states, or claims, or indicates, or discusses, or maybe explores. Yeah, uh, but the meanings are quite similar, I think. Yeah, this is then also the function. Yeah, the function is to report what the writer says. Yeah, in the source itself. This one is an example of how to mention the original source and to avoid plagiarism. If you do not use like this, if you do not use this one, so it is regarded as plagiarism, yeah, because that is not your own idea. Yeah, it's somebody else's idea. Okay, and then you just write the general idea in your summary. Yeah, on so to to do this one, I think you'd better make the outline. Yeah, how to make the outline? You can identify the organization of the essay. We have already learned how to identify the paragraph development, right? This is like this one. So how the writer develop his idea in the article or in his writing, maybe by classifying, defining, comparing, uh, and other kinds of method. Yeah. So you can later in the summary, you can say that, for example, Mark Antony classify something into two categories, for example, like this one. If you understand, if you learn that the writer used what we call it is the ideas development by classifying. And then maybe it would be easier for you if you can draw the diagram about the writer's thought, ya. Anda bisa menggambarkan di diagram, ya, ide atau gagasannya si penulis. Maybe it can help you to understand it easily. Yeah. And then what you can do is also write the keywords or list the keywords of the main idea in yeah, before you write the summary itself. Yeah, so you know that the summary is kind of a group of keywords there. Okay, and then don't write any examples in the summary. Yeah, or include specific idea, yeah, such as example and an explanation. And as I told you that you need to rewrite in your own words, yeah, the idea in the short version, of course. Then that's what we call as the summary, or in the other word, you have to restate with your own words. How to restate with your own words? You replace some words, yeah, some keywords perhaps with the synonyms, like decrease with decline, or increase with rise, or advance with progress. But of course, that not all words can be replaced by another one or by the synonym. Yeah, especially the proper noun. Yeah, nama diri, like the name of city, for example. Can you replace Bandung with some other words? Bisa nggak itu Bandung misalkan diganti dengan kata lain? Ya, mungkin Anda bilang, it can be with the city of flowers, but an American can be confused with the city of flowers because maybe all countries, or almost all countries, have their own city of flowers. Mungkin ya, di Prancis punya city of flowers, di Amerika biasanya di Pasadena misalkan itu disebutkan city of flowers. Yeah, and how to replace Indonesia then? I think it is not appropriate when you replace it with the country between Australia and Asia. Yeah, it can be more than one country. Yeah, it can refer to Timor Leste, of course. Right? Jadi kalau nama diri atau nama kota, ya nama apa tuh? Nama negara, ya tentunya tidak perlu diganti, ya. So do not replace the proper noun such as name of cities, countries, and other geographic names. Ya, sama juga Anda tidak bisa ya menggantikan nama gunung apa Tangkuban Perahu menjadi inverted ship mountain misalkan gitu ya. Jadi tidak boleh diterjemahkan ya, yang itu Tangkuban Perahu itu jadi seperti itu. And then make sure that you also write the summary in a coherent and cohesive paragraph. Okay. To make a coherent and cohesive paragraph, you can start with the topic sentence, the conventional style, yeah, and then follow with the explanation in the keywords, but not the examples. Okay, that is the fourth rule, and the last one is, oh yeah, as we have already learned, yeah, to make a cohesive paragraph, or to make a paragraph coherent, is by using linking ideas. Yeah, but make sure that the relation between one sentence and another sentence. Yeah, by linking ideas, meaning that you can also use the pronoun like these, what is it then? They, and some other things. Yeah, to make it logically arranged and flow smoothly. And as I told you that you don't need to give any opinion, yeah, or judgment like good or bad, or any suggestion, yeah, in the summary. Okay, I think it's quite clear, isn't it? Any questions so far? Ada pertanyaan? No questions? Sure? Okay, if you have no questions, as I told you before, now you can go to Schoology for doing another activity or other activities, including watching the video and then learning the example, how to make a summary, yeah, and then you apply it into your group discussion, yeah, how to make a summary of the article that is provided in the Schoology itself, and Later on, the individual exercise will be open at 10:45 if I'm not mistaken there. Ya, nanti saya cek lagi. Jam 10.45 baru bisa dibuka nanti individual exercise-nya. So that you can focus only on the lecture and the group exercise. Yeah. You got 30 minutes to do the exercise, and you got also 2 attempts for this one. Yeah, and I will check the highest for this one. And let me remind you that this is the sentence arrangement or apa nyusun kalimat gitu ya. So the order must be correct. If you put one sentence in the incorrect order, so it will be regarded as incorrect for the whole. Ya, jadi kalau satu salah urutannya, ya semuanya jadi salah ya gitu. Jadi misalkan Anda urutan pertama sampai urutan kelima betul, tapi 6, 7, 8 salah, jangan minta nilai 5 ya, itu nilai tetap kosong nanti karena semuanya dianggap salah. Okay, and then jangan lupa ya, don't do the exercise in the last minute ya. Jadi jangan sampai ada lagi yang komplain, Pak, saya mengerjakan submitnya pas jam 11.59 kok belum ada nggak muncul nilainya. Ya, jangan ngomong seperti itu ya. Jadi Anda 5 menit sebelumnya sudah selesai karena submission process need a time, need a set, what is it then? Ya, takes time ya, ini kan waktu nantinya. Jadi jangan the last minute. Okay, if you have no questions, I think that's all for today. Yeah, if you have any problems, you can chat me through the Teams, and don't forget also to check this your attendance. Okay, see you everyone. Have a nice day. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, sir.
Salam, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Love you, sir.